halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Raiders at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
On 2nd and 9. Hill. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They run again with Hunt. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nicole Hardman.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No return here for Claybrook, so it'll come out to the 25-yard line. First carry for the 2nd-year man. It's Najee Harris.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Najee Harris,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
These two teams all tied after 1. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw is Cousins. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, that was intercepted.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the delay, here's Harris. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now Tua. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Hill. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hill completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And calling a loss of a yard there. And now what we have here, a third and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
No return here for Claybrooks, and it'll come out to a 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Boyd in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
Joey Slides set to kick off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Bearcats gain at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Tua now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 30-yard line.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's got some space here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Powers through him. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
In 2021, for the first time in his NFL career, Kareem Hunt missed significant time due to injury. He ended up suiting up for only 8 games, putting up 560 total yards and 5 touchdowns. Getting back to full health, he can easily double both of those totals across a full season.
On first down, it's Hill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 45, following a gain of just 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hill now to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The Texans on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. Now the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Chris Jones on the stop. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Got a man open. It's Chase. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second and third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively.
That swung out wide to Harris.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On to give, this is Harris. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second and inches.
Tua throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Harris. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones, 31 yards.
And the Texans are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Cousins. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Coup for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
35. Raiders 25.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
But, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, a ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Houston, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.